Hey guys, welcome to my art room. Today I'm going to show you how to make some fun, beautiful magic wands from sticks or even just an old pencil. What you'll need are some sticks to pick from. You'll really just need one nice straight stick. So you'll also need some colorful paper or junk mail. So I have some colorful paper, the inside of a potato chip bag. Here's my nice straight stick. Some little balls of yarn. I make them into little balls before I get started like this so that I can use them more easily. Some scissors, glue, and a little piece of a cereal box if you want to make a gem at the top. So I'm going to cut this into a gem shape, give it a little tail going down so that you can help anchor that into your wand. Then I'm going to turn it over and trace around it and then cut that out. This I'm going to decorate like a gem and then glue the two sides together. So I'll draw with my permanent marker around the outside here and then draw lines from all the corners coming in and connect them. So draw around the outside, draw lines coming in from all the corners and connect them together. Then for this you can color it with watercolor. I'm going to do the thing where I color it a little bit with Crayola marker and then brush over it with some water. When you brush the water over the Crayola marker, it kind of bleeds a little and then the colors spread out. On these cereal boxes, they get real dark when they're wet, but then it'll dry a little bit later. So I'm going to make a little bit of fringe for the end of my wand. So I'm going to cut a bunch of straight pieces out of paper. You can also use junk mail, newspaper. This shiny silver stuff is the inside of a potato chip bag. So I'm going to line up the strips that I'm going to use and then tape them together. So I'll get out some tape. You can use masking tape or scotch tape, doesn't really matter. So stick them to the tape and they're in a nice little strip. And then I'm going to wrap this around the top of my stick. So you can trim some of these shorter if you want, or you can open up your scissors like this and curl the ends. Doing this is a little tricky, so you'll probably want your mom or dad to help you with this. You can also bend the paper to make little zigzags out of it. Now that I have those all ready, I'm going to find my dry gem pictures. I'm going to glue them back to back. So I'll put glue on one side and then press them together. And then I'm going to slide this down into the stick. This stick's a little split on the end, so that's a nice place to hold the gems. I'll put some glue on there and then maybe a little extra tape to hold it. And then it looks like my fringe moves around, so I'll slide that back up. And then I've got almost a wand. You can keep your wand like this, but I really like doing this yarn wrapping. So I put the yarn on, hold it down, and then start wrapping and wrapping. I like to tuck the loose end of the yarn under the yarn that I'm wrapping, and that helps hold it down so it doesn't unravel. So you can twist and twist your stick like this, or you can wrap the yarn around the stick. Sometimes it gets a little tangly when you wrap if you have a long stick like I do, so a short one might help, or you can twist and twist. So I didn't want to cut the yarn, but I wanted some of this color at the end. So I just kind of swirled it around, and now I'm wrapping this color yarn at the end. When I want to tie it, I loop it around and then tuck it through, just like that. You might also need help with that. I put a little bit of glue on there to help it stick for later. So now the next color, I tuck the tail under and wrap on top, just like that. And then to tie the knot at the end, I'll show you what I do. So I'll wrap it around, hook it over my finger, and then tuck the end of the yarn around and behind. So I'll go like that, pull it tight, and then add a little glue. And then you can trim the extra off. The glue is really helpful for helping hold that down. Let's see what other colors I'm going to put. You can also use 2 colors at a time. Remember to try to hold down the yarn with the yarn you're wrapping, and that'll keep it from unfraying. So I have the tail of the yarn tucked under where I'm twisting. So I'll just twist the stick and twist and twist. You can see the yarn's getting a little bit in the way. If you pick that yarn up in that little ball and hold it in your hand while it wraps, it helps a lot. I did not do that. When you wrap yours, you can use all the same color yarn. You can get some rainbow yarn like I have, or pick any mix of colors like this. Now remember to tuck that extra tail underneath the yarn you're twisting so it doesn't unravel. Now when you get to the end, make a loop, tuck it under, pull it through, add a little glue, and snip the extra. Now you have a wonderful, beautiful magic wand. If you don't have any sticks in your yard, or you don't want to go out and get one, you can use an old pencil. I have this pencil here with no eraser, so I'm going to use that. I'll make my fringe for the end with these strips of paper, tape them to a piece of tape. After I do this, I will wrap this around the pointy end of the pencil. So I wrap it around. There's a little bit of tape left sticking out the end. That will help it stick. Now if you want, you can open up your scissors and curl the pieces of paper like that. You can also bend them and make little zigzags. I'll move my extra stuff out of the way and get some yarn. So I'll tuck that tail underneath what I'm wrapping and then start wrapping the yarn around. You can either twist your pencil or wrap the yarn around the pencil. After you're done with one color and you tie the end, add a little dot of glue before moving on to the next color. So remember, wrap it, wrap, and wrap. This little ball of yarn I'm holding in my hand, that's pretty helpful. When you tie it in a knot, remember, loop it around your finger, take the tail around, tuck it in from behind, and then pull it tight. And then you can do another color. Wrap that one and then tie the knot, add some glue, trim off the excess. Now I'm almost done with this wand. I'm just gonna zigzag fold some of the paper fringe to make it a little bit more fun and dynamic. Maybe curl one more of these papers here, and then take a look at what I've got. And here's the finished product. I can't wait to see the beautiful magic wands that you create.